Not muted now. I should be fine now. Thanks. All right, I know I'm gonna, because the stream delay, everyone's gonna be like telling me like, it's muted, no sound. Okay. All right, we're good. What I was saying is I'm just happy that I actually have the web app now. I literally didn't get the web app till today. And so when they finally gave it to everyone, that was exciting stuff. I know yesterday I was saying constantly like, gosh, if I only had the web app, it'd be so much easier to look stuff up or find certain comics or do this and that. So I'm super glad that it's finally here. I'm stoked. So hopefully this should be working now. Let's go, Marquez. Daniel Marquez, what's up, dude? And Palace, always looking out for me. I appreciate it. Listening for a bit, yeah. I think it was Skeet. Yesterday he was in my stream. You know, one of the Discord moderators or like admins, whatever you want to call it. And he was in there, so I appreciate. He probably put it, you know, just for me and for everyone. He probably put in a good word. I was complaining how I was like, I can't find anything on the app. I was like looking for comics, and it's got to be so much easier to find stuff on the web app. So that's part of the reason for the stream, is to explore the web app. And two, it's like, dude, it's Saturday morning. I got my coffee. Things were pumping. I did get a Buzz Lightyear. And I pretty much immediately floored it for like 300, I'll be honest. And it did pump up a little bit from there, but I was like, dude, I just got a free 300 gems. Like, I'm happy. I'm probably going to go spend it on some stuff now. So go check out some things that I'm going to go, I'll probably buy a few things. There's a couple things I have in mind that I kind of wanted to just get in my vault just because I've been wanting to do it for a while. And then maybe some soft stacks of some comics. So we'll see. Chemically charged. Aye, there we go. Aye, go pirate. Aye, there we go now. All good now. So excited. Yo, we loving the web app. This is awesome. Mr. Ivo. I'm just going to say Mr. Ivo. The first part I can't pronounce. I love how it says that, and then it's like, AKA Mr. Ivo. What's up, Mr. Ivo? Gonna wait for, how did you get it? What was your answer? It was Star Command. That's all I typed in. Star Command, that's it. That was the answer I put in for the little questionnaire thing that AMC had, so. Let me switch it up here. Okay, cool. So Star Command. No, Vibes, why did you sell the Buzz? Only 1,000 of them. That's gonna pump hard, but hey, it's a free 300. I know. Dude, I thought about holding it, but I was in my mind. This is the way I think. In my mind, I was like, look, there's Grails pumping right now. Like, there's FA Joker, FA Vader, FA Todd. No, all these FAs are pumping. And in my mind, I was like, I could sell it now, or I can hold it and everything else is pumping as well. Because the stuff I would sell, because the reason why I would sell the Buzz Lightyear thing is because there's some other stuff I want to buy that's still relatively cheap. And I had Intergalactic Alliance or something. Yeah, I just put Star Command. And the other thing too, it's like, I'm not a huge fan of, like, to be quite honest, I'd rather buy a bunch of comics that I know I could just sell later for a better price, and also probably enjoy looking in my vault, rather than a 2D poster of a theater poster display thing that the movie unfortunately flopped in the theaters. I entered Galactic Alliance. Yeah, I put in Star Command because I think that was just the most obvious answer. Like, I think Star Command, like, I did see Star Command. I did watch Veve Vault's video. Even he didn't know. He was like, you got to put in one of the two. But Star Command is just, I think, was just universally known. It's just like very surface level, probably easy to do. Like Galactic Alliance is like, you have to dig through some like wikis and some definitely some lore to get into it. Huge day for Veve. I agree. Pixel Trader with the Superman 1 million image. Yeah, today's a big day. And did I floor my Buzz Lightyear thing too soon? Probably, but it's, I just didn't care to keep it. And it's like, I'd rather sell it and buy like 50 or 60 like common or uncommon comics out of it. Could I get that many? $2? Possibly, if they're that cheap. Yeah, something like that. Rather than hold it and then it, because it did run up to like, I think 400 at one point, and I think it went back down. I just don't really care for it. I still have my Jurassic Park posters though that I got for the promo. Does the showroom work good now in the web app? I have no idea. I'm not a big, now that the showroom actually Now that like you can actually do showroom on your desktop, that will probably help a ton. Let me pull it up here. But first I want to look this up. So this is what it looks like. What if I zoom in a bit? Make it a tiny bit bigger. That should be a bit easier for you guys. Also might need to move my screen. I think kind of no matter where I put it, my head is going to be in the way, so it is what it is. So this is my collection somewhat on just this account. I actually have 3 accounts and I'm trying to consolidate all of them. I also do have my phones hooked up to like my little screen share thing as well, so I can show you guys a little bit of what I got going on. Okay, someone wants to hop on. Let's do this. So this is something I was going to experiment with. I don't know how I would do this. Let me do this. Oh my god. Okay. Try this. This might be a quirky little workaround. Because right now I'm streaming on a different platform than what most people can. Damn. Okay. All right, we're gonna have to just do it through Discord, is what it is. Give me a sec, guys. We're gonna get a guest on here for, I'm sure, for a little bit. I'm just gonna call him, see if he answers. Sorry for the sound, guys. There it is. Dino, what's up, dude?
What's up, bro? How are you?
Doing all right. I was gonna see.
You got Webapp. Let's go.
I know. I was gonna see if I could kind of trick StreamYard. I was gonna do a StreamYard stream, but like schedule it out for like a ton of days in advance, but like still just have you in the studio. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's hard because right now my streaming software is using my camera, so you won't be able to see me, obviously. I mean, that's been...
Oh yeah, dude, it's all good. I don't need to stay long anyways. I just wanted to hear what your thoughts were, bro. Market's pumping.
I know. I was gonna dig into it here in a little bit. Kind of like look at the web app as well as the web app as well as just the market. Just everything is pumping across the board. So let me see if I can get you up on here. Gosh, one of these things is actually like... No, that's not it. That's not it. But you've actually had web access for a while now.
For a while.
So that's been kind of nice. Actually, maybe it's here. Is this it?
I'm making. No, I'm currently uploading a video too right now. I think it's gonna be funny.
Oh, okay. That's not it.
I'm gonna call it FOMO time.
Oh, FOMO time. Nice. Yeah, because there's definitely a lot of stuff pumping. I've just been hearing, but I've just been too busy like trying to sell the Buzz Lightyear, then set up the stream, and then I was also like getting breakfast with some friends and stuff.
Dude, that's awesome.
I know. I honestly just floored it. Like, could I have held it? Maybe. I don't know. Like, to be honest, even I FOMO'd in the sense of like I just saw it just dropping. It was at like 400. I went to go get like it was at like 500. I didn't know I even got it, so I went to go get breakfast with friends. By the time breakfast was over, it was at like 350, and I was like, you know, I should just check my email because I didn't get a notification. I checked my email and I'm like, oh my god, I got it. So I got it, claimed it, took a couple screenshots just to say I had it, and then I was I immediately just like floored it for like 290.
Honestly. So
I'm not a huge fan of it just because
I think it's ugly. Yeah.
Is there a way I can like close this?
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I love that it's low editions, but the one thing I don't love is the only thing that's not bullish for it, right? Like other promo codes is everyone, you had to specifically sign up to get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you signed up to get it, you're going to redeem it, right? You know what I'm trying to say? And that's kind of like the wild card for promo codes, is that they don't actually redeem them, you know? But this one's going to get redeemed. So I don't know. I still have it. I actually hit 2, my wife and I. So
gotcha.
I got freaking lucky.
And you guys got 2 of them?
Yeah, I got 2, wife and I.
Nice. I need to figure out how to fix this thing.
Yeah, I got so lucky, bro.
And so are you guys holding them? Are you guys flooring them? Like, what's the plan with that?
I don't think I'm gonna floor it, just because I think it's too much risk. I think it's more, for me, I think it's just risk to not have it at this point. Even though I'm not as bullish on it as I am on like the Dino posters. But I mean, I also have one unscanned, so I might sell it unscanned too. You know what I mean? So then people get that little adrenaline gamble junkie, you know?
Yeah.
Because they could get like the lowest mint out there, right? You know, I could be selling the number 1.
Definitely, because mine was actually really low mint. Mine was like a 150, and I sold it for 300, and that was when the floor was that, like, I don't know, like 235 at the time, or like 250.
Yeah.
And it was really low, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna get rid of it. I don't want to deal with it. But like, honestly, I have not checked the price since it like since I sold it.
Like, dude, it went down to like 280, and then it pumped back up. I don't know where it's at.
I'm gonna look now. It's funny because it's at 350, so it's been kind of settling there. I remember I brought it up in the little content creator Twitter chat that we have going on, and I know I was like, dude, it surprised me, like, dude, why is this thing up to like 400? Because I thought people would be out like buying, you know, FAs or Grail comics, but like, I don't know, like me not to flood it, but it's just like me holding a 2D movie poster of a movie that kind of flopped in theaters, because I heard like it didn't do that well in theaters for the most part. So
I didn't really, honestly, the animation style, like, automatically I wasn't interested. It looked so weird.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's just me being like on it. It's probably, maybe it's a good movie. I have no thoughts about it. We have my wife and I have an AMC pass, so we'll probably end up going, you know what I mean? Because like, we'll just check it out.
Gotcha. I mean, I'd probably watch it too. Where did my chat overlay go? There it goes.
Dude, what do you think about, I don't know if this market sustains. What do you think?
This level of pump?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been saying this, like, I mean, everything that we saw pump, like, what, 3-4 days ago, everything that pumped, immediately people just came out of the woodwork to start listing their stuff and start undercutting. So it's like,
and now it's pumping again. It's repumping.
Yeah, just because web app for everyone, people can start KYCing. Like, basically the floodgates are open now, right? Or at least, not the floodgates are open, but it's just like, now we're just seeing all the stuff that Veve promised, like, finally come to fruition, you know, slowly but surely. Now it's finally getting here. But I see, you know, whales, you know, if I was a whale, it's like, cool, I'm going to buy up everything from 100 to 300. I'm going to buy all these up and then stop. Then everyone's going to start undercutting until it goes all the way back down to 150. And then that's it. So I do think, I'm not sure if it's necessarily all the people kind of like us, but I do think it is a handful of whales and then probably a few hundred other people also just sweeping floors of things, and then that's it.
Yeah, I don't think it's new users. I don't think there's any way it's new users. You know what I mean?
No, but or if it is now I would say not if it is a new user, but like there probably is a handful of whales or whatever it is. I think what was it? Not my collectibles. Rob stuff likes to call him what, like a bloated seal or something like that. Like, you know, people like that come on and they spend, you know, lo-fi figures, which is, you know, a good amount of money. And that's enough to sweep some floors of some things. But like, you know, at the end of the day, that's what, like 3 Vaders or something like that. Like 3 Vaders for, you know, 3 Vaders and a handful of other things for 10 grand. So, yeah. Good morning, Mr. Dude. Are you watching Winnie the Pooh Bear, the anti-bear? What the hell? Have you heard of that? Winnie the Pooh Bear, the anti-bear. I do not know what that is. Yeah, you might have to pull up my chat.
Oh, really? I didn't see it. Yeah, I'll have to pull it up on a separate channel. Dude, would you... Okay, let me ask you a question then. Let's play a game. Would you be selling into this market right now, or are you going to hold into this market?
A bit of both. I'm holding all my stuff that's actually worthwhile, like my FAs and my grails and stuff. But I'm selling off all this stuff that I was like, all right, do I really need a rare Black Cat comic? Like, could I sell that for 12 gems? And then I have a handful of other comics like that where it's like, I like it, or maybe it's a drop that I won and I was like, oh, it's a rare and it looks kind of cool. Like, I'll hold on to it. But it's like, okay, do I love this, or do I think this is really going to do a 3 or 4x over the next, like, 6 months or something like that? Like, unlikely. So it's like, and I've said this before, I think the disparity between the grails and all the very high tier stuff is just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger to all the quote unquote average comics or average collectibles and stuff. It's just going to get exponentially more expensive, in my opinion, especially over the next few years. I remember someone asked me the other day, they're like, oh, some people were speculating that Darth Vader is going to hit 100 to 150k by like 2025. I'm like, dude, I have no idea. Like, a lot of people remember when people were talking about Todd hitting what 100k by the end? I know, but do you remember when people were talking about Todd hitting 100k by the end of, like, was it last year or this year? Do you remember a lot of people were talking about that, like, oh, Todd's gonna hit 100k by the end of 2022 or something like that.
Like, that's what they were all saying about, like, they're always like, who's gonna hit 100k first, Walt or Secret Rare? And Todd was crazy. Todd was how much back then? It was like, was it 15? Did he top at, or 20? No.
Like his all-time high? I think it was 14k. Yeah. I would say it's 14k.
Rizzo was 20. Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, I personally, I don't know how I feel right now, like, about the market. So, like, I don't know if it sustains. That's kind of like what my gut says.
Yeah.
But Veve is a separate ecosystem still, technically, So, like,
yeah.
It could. I mean, it very well could. Maybe everyone just FOMOs right now, with all the gems they have.
Definitely. Yeah, because, like, there's some things now that I have an extra 300 gems, I do feel a bit more comfortable buying. Because before, I mean, I literally had like 50 gems on my account. But before the Buzz Lightyear kind of saved me. So I'm like, cool, I'm gonna grab these comics. I might go back and grab like the Jurassic Park common, because I think that's good enough. Like, you still put an AR, because the common just has his mouth open. He looks like he's roaring. Like, I don't need the animated version, I was going to buy it when it was at like 10 gems, but now that, I mean, right now I think it's at like 14 or something like that, but I might still buy it because I'm up 300 gems on the day.
You just like it? You just want a dinosaur?
Yeah, it's like, I mean, plus it's just a common. Like, it has its mouth open. I like that a lot. I might get the Raptor too, but the uncommon that has its mouth open. So it's like, all right, I could, play with it in AR, and the combined total, both of those NFTs are like 25 gems. Like, I could buy them both for 25, and it's like, okay, cool. But for comics, which I'll probably cover later in the stream, I was thinking about buying is like a lot of like the Avengers 4, the NYX, as well as like the Nick Fury, because those are all like, all the commons and uncommons of those are like still between like 6 to 10 gems, which is crazy.
That has potential then right now in this market, right?
Yeah, especially Nick Fury. Like, Nick Fury is probably like what, like the 5th or 6th like most expensive comic that we have like on the app. Maybe not that high. Maybe it's like top 10, but it's still like 6 gems, or like last I checked, it was like 8 gems on the market. I'm like, why is it so cheap?
Interesting times, bro.
Hell yeah.
At least you got web apps. Dude, watch you get KYC before people too now. You get web app, you go straight to KYC.
Yeah. So is there any benefits to KYC, like getting it right now? Like, do you start accumulating? I thought the Master Collector points were all retroactive. Because so far, like, because so far all I've heard is like, once your account gets not flagged, but once it gets accepted into the KYC program, like, you can't do anything on your account until you KYC. Because I've seen someone mention that on Twitter. So it's like, if your account gets accepted, so you can't do anything. So it's like, all right, now I'm just like soft locked out of my account until I do this.
If you don't want a KYC, then yes. But I mean, so if you get it, I'd imagine, I don't know, but that's kind of how they described it. If you get it, you need to do it, or you're not going to be able to use the market or do other stuff, right? Yeah. But most likely you will have cash out if you get KYC. Not guaranteed, but it's like, it seems like you will. So I imagine, like I said on, I think, a stream the other day, we were all chatting, I don't think they're going to give like MCP to them early. I just think that means like, they're just telling us that like that little MCP means like only KYC people will get MCP. Yeah, I think only KYC people will get it, and I think you're still retroactively getting it. You just won't have visibility of it or have access to it until you KYC, like you said. So it's like, cool, you have all these points accumulating, but you can't take advantage of it until you KYC. So you should probably do that.
What else here? Pixel Trader saying Vader at 3K, Todd knocking on the door for partners at 12, R2D2 at 2.3K. Yeah, Vader to 4K.
I would say
no
this,
way.
Not financial advice, but I mean, I really do hope some people take some profit in this pump. I mean, if I'm being honest, like,
and
don't.
I'm at Will.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I could be totally wrong, but I think most people are like, maybe not. I mean, you're not saying it. You're not. But I feel like a lot of people are like, just thinking this is like, maybe they don't think it's the beginning of the bull run. What are you seeing? I
don't think it's the beginning of the bull run. Like,
yeah.
it's gonna go up. People are gonna FOMO in. You know, this is still pretty damn low. And honestly, even if you did buy it a week from now, like even if you did buy Vader at 4K, which, right now it's at 3K. Vader's not heading to 4K right now. It's chilling at 3K. But even if you did buy Vader right now at 3K, like if your plan is to hold it for 2 years, like it doesn't matter. Like at the grand scheme of things, whether it's a few hundred gems or whatever. I don't think we're gonna see all-time lows anytime soon. That's what I'm thinking. I think we're gonna see all-time lows for all of the, you know, Ghost Bears and, you know, independent artist stuff and just kind of like the random things, you know, because I do think people are learning and consolidating like, all this stuff that I don't think is valuable or that people don't really want. I'm gonna sell off these 5 NFTs I don't care about and buy this one that people do care about. So I think that's what's gonna happen. But I don't think it's the beginning of a bull run personally. I think the term is a bull trap when it looks like it's a bull run and people start buying in and then it actually starts going down.
Yeah, that is what it is. It's a bull trap. It's the dead. You know, the thing that we're all saying that some people don't agree with, some people do. Maybe it's just a new. Okay, Veve. You know what, Veve? You know what I would admit? Actually, maybe a more realistic view. Maybe it's just a new floor, right?
Yeah.
It just pumps up a little bit. It will dump down, and then it will kind of settle higher. Maybe, you know.
Yeah, like, because I don't think as of right now, because UR Vader I think got as cheap as like what 1.4, 1.5K, like ultra rare Vader. Like I think that was like its all-time low. Like a few days after the drop, you know, day one, of course the price is weird. Like people are selling it for like 400 and stuff like that. But I mean, after those days, kind of like when the new floor, the new bottom hit, I don't think Vader's gonna go below 2K like ever again in my mind. Like I don't think it's gonna get to that point where it's gonna go below 2K. Like I don't think it's gonna hit 1.9 anymore. It'll go back down and probably settle around 2K for months and months and months. But we'll see.
Yeah, they tend to do that. Just find a settling spot and just kind of chill there, you know?
I only hodl grails. I actually did add a new emote, guys. It's a picture of Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and it says hodl on there.
That's awesome.
It might be kind of hard to see, but I liked it.
I can't see it. I'm just working on my computer while we're talking.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just kind of like it's an audio call. But I actually got to run. I just wanted to come on and say hi. I saw you were live. But dude, congrats on Web, bro. I'm so glad you got it. It's gonna be.
We all got it. So I'm like, people are like, congrats on getting it the last day at the last minute. I'm like, I'll take it. Is that really
what it is? Did everyone get it today?
Yeah, everyone got it. Like that, Veve announced like everyone has access to Webapp now.
Oh, you see, I didn't see that tweet. I woke up and I just saw the buzzes and I saw the market doing what it was doing, and so I started doing some stuff.
No, well, I appreciate you stopping by and congratulating and getting excited for the market and universally agreeing. This is just a bull trap. Don't sell everything off, you know, or unless you want to, but sell to Dino if you do want to do it. If you guys got any cheap,
I'm not buying the things that people think you should be buying. Probably, I'm going pretty heavy in Dino posters.
Ooh, Dino posters. Is it because people might say Dino posters instead of Dino posters? Is that why?
No, it's actually a complete coincidence. I mean, it's funny because I'm Dino and I'm buying dinos, right? But I just think that they have a lot of upside potential. That, like, I mean, obviously right now I'm pumping my own bags right before I go, right? But
of course, welcome to.
I think they have a lot of upside potential. Like I would recommend watching Veve Fox's video on YouTube on the actual edition sizes of this. It actually will blow your mind. Like, and if you just look at the market on them, like, and then compare it. I have a video on my channel, like shameless plug, about talking about it. You know what I mean? Like comparing it to ASM 130 and like other low editions. It's very intriguing, I would say, you know? So I mean, I don't know. It's titled like Grail or Trash. Well, that's the thumbnail is. And I said buying everything a crazy Veve mood, but the thumbnail's pretty obviously dinosaur posters. You can watch it. I don't know. I think these ones are more like a medium to long term. Yeah. I don't know if you can make quick flips maybe, but I think that they could really sweeten the sauce on them in like 6 months, you know? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna put a link to your channel down in the chat. I mean, I assume most people here know who you are.
Yeah, we all probably know each other.
Yeah, we all know each other right now. So I just assume that, we all know each other. But I'm gonna link it anyway. I was gonna ask you to do it, but I was like, while you're talking, I'm just gonna do it for you. But
dude,
awesome, man. But someone was asking earlier.
Have a blast.
Yeah, quick question. Someone was asking, what's the rate currently for gems? If you still got that going on.
Yeah. I sell gems every day. So if you don't want to get scammed, use me as an escrow because you could be someone's exit deal. You never know. And I'd say around. I haven't checked with some of my sellers today. I was selling yesterday at 0.67.
Okay.
So yeah, gems went up with MTL because obviously you're gonna be able to cash them out soon.
Still can get that infinite money glitch a little bit. So
yeah, I mean, honestly though, I mean, people you know what it is? It's people complain because they were buying gems cheaper. Well, because I mean, that's what people always do, right? But you got to remember, you're still getting a 33% discount on the market. Like that's pretty nice,
Yeah, that's really good. I mean, there's a big difference between getting 1,000 gems and then getting almost 1,400 gems, right? Or like a little over 1,300. That extra 300 gems.
It's another NFT, right?
Yeah. It's another good NFT. It's like a good FA, or you can get a nice stack of comics and stuff. So awesome, man. Well, thanks for stopping by. Are you streaming later today or anything? Or you just got the video?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm going to go hang with the fam today. I'm going to post a video right after this. And then, I'm not sure.
Cool. All right. If something does happen, I'm sure I'll hear it. So,
well, may the force be with you, huh? That Obi-Wan show is incredible.
It's something, and I do want to do a live stream with you and just talking about and just trashing it. The whole series, we have the whole thing. What was that?
We can't even handle that, bro. It's like, dude, they just hate us.
Yeah, that's got to be it. They got to be at. But I did hear that Favreau and the other guys are like taking over season 2 of Obi-Wan now. So.
Thank freaking. Oh, you heard that? Are you serious?
That's what I heard. I think that's what I heard from that one YouTube channel that I sent to you. They're like, they're going to be spearheading the project.
Thank God. Oh my Lord. Thank you. Thank you, sweet baby Jesus. Holy gosh. Okay,
that's what I heard, but we'll see. All right. I'll see you later, dude. Thanks for stopping by.
I'll talk to you later. Later, bro.
That was nice of him to stop by. Sorry that took a minute to set up. Like, I don't use StreamYard, which is what a lot of people use. It just makes it very simple to get people in. You can see them, I can see them. But with OBS, which is what I use, which is why I'm able to do all these fun overlays and all that kind of stuff. That alerts. Where's the chat overlay? There we go. We can put that back down here. But I'll catch up with chat now. And in the meantime, we'll open up this. 15.8 for Todd, I think. Yeah, let's look up Todd. Honestly, I have not looked up anything on this market yet. Like, this is literally the first time I'm navigating the web app as well as the market. So let's do this. If I just look up Todd, will that work? Close enough. This is the market, but it doesn't show them on like that's the store, that's the market collection. Interesting. Why does it show it this way? That's not what I want. View listings. Okay. Wow, he's at 3,800 right now. So that's the floor for Todd. Quite a few at 5,000. It seems like there's a nice wall at 5,000. Let's look up something else. Bro, I'm with you on the common Thors, and both dinosaurs are at super low retail. Even band leader Mickey are so cheap. Yeah, dude, I have a band leader Mickey. Where's my collection? And I was going to show you guys my other collection on my other phones too, a little bit later if you guys care to see that, but where? All right, see y'all. Where's band leader Mickey? Do I not have it on this phone? Yeah, let's begin. How much did I? You paid 72 gens for a band leader Mickey. This was when, yeah, that hurts. Right now the floor is 18 gems, so that hurts my soul to see. So I'm right there with you guys. So a lot of you guys that like bought stuff for basically way more than it is. Like, what's another one that hurts my soul? Oof, Minnie Mouse. You paid 555 gems for this. Now it's going for 75. quite a discount if you ask me. So I'm right there with you guys with all this stuff. And then, you know what's weird is like actually a lot of the Disney NFTs, other than like, you know, Walt and some other things, like a lot of those NFTs like went down by like 90%. Like Steamboat Willie went down to sub 1,000, even though it was hovering around 10K for like 3 weeks during the pump. Stitch article is out? Okay, we'll check it out. Thanks for letting me know. We'll even do a live price prediction with you guys. I always have my, I don't know why, but my Twitter, my homepage is Boodle NFT because he does occasionally update his like comic tier list, which I don't think he's done in a while. I need to message him and be like, yo, can you update this? Because I do want to make a video on kind of a tier list for comics that we have on the platform. Okay. Experiment 626 himself. So I will admit this. I have not. Minamaro just dropped 30 gems. I'm picking the worst time to bridge my OMI right now. Oof. Don't get priced out. Yeah. What will Todd be worth when there's only 20 for sale? I don't know. That's going to be hard to determine. Precisely. Bull trap agreed. Yeah, I think so too. Note taken. Both of you guys said this is a bull trap. We're just random guys. Like, it's not financial advice. You guys, please, you know, do your own research or maybe listen to like a bunch of other content creators or other people that are in the space and kind of get their opinion. But partner's back at 12K. Nice. My vault is up 3K. Awesome. Supply and demand coming into play soon. Vader all-time high. I think Vader all-time high was 3K, I believe. I think this is starting to approach the new all-time high for Vader. Curious to watch Todd and Vader price battle. Vader's catching up, but much thinner floors than Todd. Agreed. Little web app tip to find comics fast. Sort by series in the store tab. Okay. I think, so like just put, so if I'm looking for a certain comic, don't type out the name, just put in like pound and like the number sign. Is that what you mean? Actually, I really enjoyed the Obi-Wan show. It has its times, but there's just so many just arbitrary plot holes and just like weird things where it's like, I mean, people get stabbed in the stomach 3 times that movie and none of them died. You know, spoiler alert, but you know, what's her face? Got stabbed in the stomach twice. One as a child and one as an adult, never died. Same thing with the bad guy. Got stabbed in the stomach, didn't die. And it's funny because everyone's saying like, dude, what's up with, you know, Obi-Wan must be, not Obi-Wan, but Qui-Gon Jinn must be a wimp if he got stabbed in the stomach and just died instantly on the spot. While all these other characters are just getting ran through and nothing happens. So, could pass again. I'm in profit overall. Okay, we'll go ahead and take a look at the Stitch article. Disney Stitch 626 series. Only Veve app. I'm not going to read all this, but you guys can find it, I'm sure. Oof, that is bright. All that yellow. Crowd favorite. Looks like that's him like breakdancing or something. So I will say this. I've not seen Lilo and Stitch. I've not seen the movie. I've watched a ton of like little snippets and segments and scenes and kind of funny, quirky stuff, but I haven't seen the movie from beginning to end. So I don't really entirely understand like the plot and stuff, but I do know that this is very popular. I know My Collectibles and both Rob Stuff both had, you know, one had an online store, the other one had an actual store. And they said Lilo and Stitch memorabilia sells really well, but that's, you know, on the physical side of things. Sometimes that doesn't always marry up with NFTs, but I don't doubt that like it's not going to be a complete flop. Like this is probably going to be doing really well. This one looks a bit cute and scary at the same time. Experiment 626. So list price is 30 gems. 8,626 because that's his experiment number and it's the common first appearance. That's pretty cool. So 30 gems, so it's more than the emojis, but it's less than the typical $50 box price that we usually get from Disney, which is interesting. And then 6,666 or 626 is the uncommons. That's him with all fours. That is pretty funny. So he can actually, I forgot, he can actually grow extra appendages. That's like his thing. It's like he can grow extra limbs, I guess. So that's kind of cute, I guess. And this one's interesting. Wild Energy, and this is a secret rare. So they actually went from common, uncommon, then jumped up to secret rare in this. And there's 2,626. Okay. Oof. When you have something like this, I hate to say it, but I really think it's just the way the market has been going, even though the market is currently pumping, don't get me wrong. We do have a lot of new buyers, and I do think if the market is pumping genuinely because we have a handful of whales and like maybe even a few other people that have been on the sidelines for months waiting for Veve to have MTL and web app access and all that kind of stuff, maybe now they're finally playing the game. I mean, this might be the first time ever where we actually have like the uncommon, like the middle tier NFT or whatever, like actually be around box price, potentially. It's too hard to tell, but I do think that the masses, though, unfortunately, are going to move this price down quite a bit. So let me catch up with chat, and then I'll do some price predictions on what you guys think this is. I don't think it's at a discount. They're still at they still at a premium still. To be honest, I think they are worth a lot less than we all think. The what? Baiters? Or the stitches? Look at the floors on R2, big price jumps. Yep. SR Spidey, 34.9K. Wow. Yeah, now it's going back up. Rich Buddy, look at them as the crypto tokens that they are. First pump, bull trap. Second pump, bull trap. It can happen. But it's just the... this is a different market than I think crypto. It's pretty independent of like the stocks and all that kind of stuff. Now I will say, once Veve eventually does get crypto to NFT, if it's OMI to NFT or just overall crypto to NFT, that might make us a little bit more tied to crypto by like an umbilical cord, right? Where like now there's a direct connection, so it's like now there's kind of almost a direct correlation to crypto to Veve, right? If we did have that for the most part. Because we're gonna have cash out to crypto, but we're not gonna have crypto to NFT. So if we have both ways going, we might be a little bit more to like the crypto market. But as of right now, it doesn't seem to be the case exactly. I sold iron yesterday thinking it was going to drop a hit. Then I wake up, it pumped 200 gems. I quickly bought Homer and Bart. Yeah, yep. Different perspective, beginning a bull trap in my opinion. It can go way higher still. Yeah, it could definitely still keep going. But I guess most people are comparing it to the all-time highs that we saw in like January, right? Where like Todd was 14K, Spider-Man was 100K. Trying to remember what else was like ridiculously high. Goofy card was at like 4.4K. Now it's at like, I think last I checked was not even that. I think it was at like 500 or something. So Superman 100% up today. Yeah, I heard it doubled in price. I listened to the small voice inside me. I was gonna make a joke, but I refrained. Things are getting bought up for sure, but I wonder if also listings drop from the 30-day. Yeah, that's what I mean too. I do think there's a lot of people that are still wanting to sell and just take short-term profit, but like just didn't care to over the last 6 months because they didn't care to relist, right? Because we're also seeing the listings as well as the price both go down. So I think it's the 30-day delisting feature, which is why a lot of the floors are looking things. So things are gonna pump, and then someone somewhere is gonna hear through Twitter or YouTube or whatever that, oh my god, the Veve market's pumping. They're like, oh cool, let me see if my Steamboat Willie is up, which it isn't, not that much, and then they might sell it, right? So Vader hit a new all-time high, let's be grateful. Economy going to get worse, careful on the pump, friends. Yeah, I'm kind of along those lines too. That's why I'm gonna buy some of the cheaper stuff, but I'm not gonna spend everything I have, obviously, at least like gem wise on the app. We need 30% more pump. Yeah, Buzz Lightyear core looks like a cockroach. Core looks like a cockroach. I don't know. If you click comics, the sort option gives you all the series names. So if you sort by, say, New Mutants, it will pop up New Mutants 80s. Okay. All right. So just use the search function, basically, Dub. I'll figure it out when we go through it. Bought Superman and Becky Clooner 2 days ago, and it's pumping. What's going on? Bull market came back for Veve. I think it's just people getting hyped for MTL and all that stuff, potentially. Maybe some whales are finally making moves now that Veve's actually taking the steps towards MTL. Buy existing stuff on the market instead of drops. That will help pump the market. That too. My collection is up 30K in 3 days. Tempting, but I still hold everything. Yeah, I would too. It was off-app traders that crashed Veve. Off-app traders that crashed Veve. That's part of it, but not all of it. 102 listings for Superman 3 days ago. Now at 84 listings, someone's buying heavy. I do think it is honestly a handful of whales, because I feel like all the people on the app that would have made a move, they would have done it already. So it seems kind of weird. So it's either a handful of whales that have a good amount of money that wanted to buy at floors, or all of a sudden the majority of the community all just decided one day to start buying something, which is unlikely in my opinion. But you never know. I don't think we're gonna see a bull run with this, to be quite honest. Let's skip that. Also getting notifications about my bat cowl NFTs. I got 2 bat cows still. I'm really tempted to sell one potentially, because I have 2. I was contemplating selling one, but the issue is there's no way to cash it out yet. Like, you can sell it and have cash like on the Palm NFT platform, but you can't cash it out. All right, let's do the price predictions. So these are actually quite low. I thought we would have closer to like 25K editions of this. So right now we're at what, 8 plus 6, that's 14, like 15 if we kind of add those two together, so 15. So what do we have, like 18,000 editions, which is not a whole lot. And the only reason why I think some of these might go higher is because we do have some like new, it sounds like we might have some like new whales on the platform, and for some of them this might be like their actual like first drop that they're ever playing, and they're like, oh, this is kind of cool. Oh, it's only 30 gems, let me just buy 20 of them, you know, or 50 of them. Like, some of them might not care. But based on like what the market is currently doing, if I had to guess, price point for this, common after the market, like let's say a few hours after the market opens, 12 gems. Uncommon, I think this one looks kind of cool with the extra arms and the grin and all that stuff. I think this one's probably like 25 to 30. This one could go for around box price. I know it's like a wide price range, but I think this is probably like 20 to 25. Let's say that it could hit box price. And this one, oof. For some reason, I feel like this one could hit like 200 to 250. Maybe a little bit closer to like 250, 300, just because it's a secret rare and has really low mints. Because it's not like a rare or like an or ultra rare, which for whatever reason, like, I know that there's no, like, there's no ultra rare or rare to like kind of give us a sliding scale of like the rarities, right? So it's like, what if we had a rare, would it be 4,600? And if we had an ultra rare, it would be 3,600. But then since it's secret rare, it just skips a whole bunch of mints. Yeah, I think this could go for like 200, 250. And maybe this is going to be a little bit closer to 30. It's hard to tell because we are in a bit of a pump right now, and I think people are kind of getting excited again for the market. And we might have some new whales on the platform that this is their first drop ever, and so they might just buy, and then buy more in the secondary market. We'll see. Not entirely sure how this is going to play out, but that's kind of my thing. Is this animated? It's not animated. Okay. 3D collectible catchers Stitch in his iconic dog form to showcase his fun-loving playstyle, or playful side, complete with artistic mural overlay. Did he ever do this in the movies? What will make you bullish? Haha. Depends on how soon they can get licensors to add utility to our current NFTs. Master Collector Program, OMI to NFT, renting, advertising, like marketing. If Veve actually starts marketing Veve to like the masses, I think those are all things that innately add value to what we have, right? That's given us like objectable value to the NFTs that we own, right? If licensors, if Disney starts adding value, because now that we're all KYC, people can now link their Veve account, because now we're actually a confirmed human being. Now we can like link it to Disney Plus or Marvel Unlimited or whatever it is, and now we can actually start getting potential benefits or airdrops or whatever it is directly. I do think that might be partly why Disney, you know, Disney and Marvel and Star Wars and all that stuff didn't really do airdrops prior, or probably didn't care to. Was because they probably didn't want to airdrop a bunch of stuff that actually had utility attached to it, potentially, to like a bunch of bots. Like they probably don't want that kind of like notoriety or anything like that. So like, all right, let's wait till KYC, make sure everyone's confirmed that they are humans. And then, hey, by the way, we're going to airdrop something. And if you connect your VV to your Disney Plus account or your Disney account or whatever that people have for like Disney passes and stuff, now you have utility. So that's the kind of stuff that would make me, VV could sell out every drop if they wanted to with their IP, but they're just big chilling. I agree. They're just big chilling. I don't think they need to do anything crazy. They just need to keep the course of doing what they're doing. I'm just talking about like in the short term. Like I'm bullish on VV long term. Like don't get me wrong, but just right now with the way the market is currently, we need like masses of people coming in, not just a handful of whales and like floors getting swept here and there. Like we need masses of people on the app. And I've said this before. It's like I think VV would much rather have 100,000 people spend $100 than 100 people spend $100,000 each. Like each person, right? I'm predicting 15 common, 25. Okay, 15 common, 25 uncommon, 150 SR. I think that's par for the course. Once I found out this wasn't animated, for some reason I thought this was animated, and it didn't say it here, and I should have saw that. So I think because of that, I will say this is probably closer to 200. So my price prediction is 12 to 15. 20 to 25, and then 150 to 200. I know those are pretty big price ranges, but it's gonna move around a lot. But I don't remember. I mean, did Stitch ever do this kind of stunt? And again, not financial advice. Like no one knows how this is actually gonna happen. Like I've actually haven't done a price prediction of an NFT that is kind of popular, that kind of resembles the emojis that were, you know, at the bottom of the market, but there's a temporary pump happening, and there's a lot of catalysts that haven't hit yet. So, common 45 gems. Yep. Oop, did not mean to do that. Cool. Thing about Stitch is that this is a huge IP. You go to any island in the world, like Fiji, Hawaii, they point to this as their favorite movie, Ohana. Is it more than the other movie that came out? What was the other movie that came out? Is it Mohana or something? I haven't seen that. Honestly, I stopped watching Disney movies after because I think when Lilo Stitch came out in 2002, I was 12 years old at the time. And I did have two older brothers that were 3 and 5 years older than me, respectively. So I was at the time, like when I was like, when Stitch, like Lilo and Stitch came out, like I was watching, I think at the time, like when did Lord of the Rings come out? I guess I was into like more mature content because I had older brothers. Yeah, so by that time, like Lord of the Rings was coming out. Wasn't a huge Harry Potter fan. Like I just like the gritty realism of like Lord of the Rings. I was playing like Counter-Strike. I was playing Half-Life. I was playing Command and Conquer. I was probably playing some like more mature games like Lilo and Stitch. I was like, oh, that's too kiddie for me or whatever. Like I just didn't really care to. So like I was, you know, Grand Theft Auto. I was playing those kind of games when when stuff like Lilo and Stitch came out. So I thought, you know, as a kid, I didn't care to see it. Whoops, wrong one. All right, let's go back here to the market. Did you sell your did you sell your UR Vader or still holding it? I still have the whole set. I just haven't done anything. I'm not selling my Vader like anytime soon. I'm holding on to that guy. I can maybe show you guys here because I actually have it split up across 2 phones, unfortunately. Okay, I can show you guys here. I think this is the right one. Yeah, so this is my other phone. So this is my VV Vibes account, but this is actually my other phone right here that actually has right there. There's UR Vader and it has lightsabers, then like Lady Deadpool. I think I put like 150, 200 gems in this account months ago. So Emperor's Fist, Ursula, I get what I want. Lord of the Sith, Lady Deadpool, and then I got a Skywalker lightsaber. Then as for comics, I still got some Black Cats. I got a couple of the Avengers #4. I remember buying this uncommon Loki a while ago. Yeah, I paid 36 gem for it. Now it's 39. It was super cheap. I remember someone listed it for like 36 and the next highest was like 42. I'm like, you know what? I've been wanting to get a Journey into Mystery anyway, so I was like, I might as well just buy that. Some New Mutants, some Nick Furies, some Silver Surfer Blacks. I really like the covers of the Silver Surfer Blacks. Black #1, Strange Tales 111, Uncanny X-Men 129, and then Vengeance as well. I actually got a Tarzan rare, but this thing is like barely above box price. All right, earlier it was going for like 8 something. Now it's actually pumped a little bit, I believe. I was like, dude, why is this so cheap? I actually like the gold look more than any of the other covers that I've seen. So yeah, so that's my extra phone. So that's another thing I'm trying to figure out is like, how am I going to consolidate all this stuff on my main account? Moana, yes. This has had more time to marinate in the market and resonate in culture, yeah. I'll probably go for the drop, especially now that I got a nice injection of gems due to the Buzz Lightyear thing, which, what's the price at now? I'm going to kick myself if it's above 400. All right, it's at 350 or 360. I mean, I sold mine for 300. It was a pretty low mint, so probably was able to get more for it, but it is what it is. Is there any 2 digits here? I don't think I've seen any 2 digits. Ooh, someone got a 104. Interesting. Cool. Back to the market. Ultra Rare Vader. Wow. Okay, dude. It was it was at 3K when I last checked. And there was like 2 or 3 listings between 3 and like 1.2K. Now it's at here. So someone already bought 3 or so. That's crazy. Everyone get in the comments of your favorite NFTs on the app. 2001. It is a huge IP, but I wonder how the buying pressure is on collectibles. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out too. I'll be going for 3 on drop and they'll be vaulted, never sale. Okay, I see you. Digital Phase Finance. Vader comment. It's going to be 20K before Christmas 2022. We'll see, dude. Like, maybe if we get crypto to NFT before Christmas, then yes, everything will pump in the market. Or like the second there's even a semblance of an announcement or like a soft launch of a crypto to NFT, then yeah, everything will pump. Why is market pumping? People will still want to cash out. Yeah. Todd went up like 1,500 on this stream. Did it? Let me type in Todd. Toddington. $67. Okay, I saw that listing drop. It was said like 70 something, then it went down to 67. So yeah, dude, some people are FOMOing pretty hard. I'll be honest. Get greedy and sell. I'm not selling most of my stuff. There's a small handful of stuff I might want to sell, and mostly it's comics or collectibles that are like either not FA, or if they are FA, I'm like, I'm not totally married to the idea of holding this like super long term. Hodling to my UR Vader, yeah. So I do have the whole set of Vader. Like you guys saw there, I have the ultra rare as well as the common, but I only got the uncommon on this, so I need to find a way to like put it all together. So, and Veve did say that they're gonna have a plan for you to consolidate, like people with multiple accounts. Apparently there's gonna be a way for people to consolidate all their NFTs or comics to one platform or one account. Let's check out the market, and then there was a couple things I was keeping my eye on that I actually might buy live on stream, so we'll see. Marvel Comics #1. I'm just kind of curious to see where that's sitting at. It's at 200 right now. Okay, it's actually been sitting at 200 for a little bit. Dude, I completely slept on this Spider-Man #1, to be honest. Had no idea how popular this thing was actually in real life. I just saw the CGC sale and that it was, so just saw the CGC sale that it was like super cheap, like 90 bucks for like a 9.8 or like a 9.6. And I'm like, ah, whatever. And I had like no FA, no nothing, but apparently it's a super popular comic cover for a lot of people. And dude, this one pumped a ton. Look at this. Really hope there it is. Okay, he relisted it. So Omdog, who's another content creator, you guys should check him out. He had this listed for like 400-ish gems, and at the time there's 2 listings below his, and now it's all the way up to here. So Secret Rare Captain America Annual number 8 is going for almost $1,000. And this is like not an FA cover, it's not nothing, but it is a very beloved cover by a lot of like comic book enthusiasts, from what I've heard. When I went to go see the local comic book shop called Monster Comics here in like Mesa or Tempe, Arizona, I showed him this. I was going through my account. I was showing him Veve. He didn't no idea about Veve. I was showing him some of the stuff. He's like, oh yeah, that's cool. And I was scrolling down through my collection. And he's like, oh, I love that cover. He looked at Captain America Annual number 8. I'm like, really? I'm like, you know, is it popular? He's like, it's not worth a lot, but he's like, dude, I just love the cover. Like, it's definitely like, it's a cover that like a lot of comic book people like. It's very, if I had to guess, it's very, very similar to, ooh, I just passed it. It's very similar to Spider-Man 1, where it's like, it's not worth a lot, but it's just such a cool looking cover. And this one, in this case, is by Todd McFarlane. But I think it's just a very beloved cover by people. And so like, they just love the art, the aesthetic, and the fact that like Wolverine's claws, adamantium claws, are striking Captain America's vibranium shield. And so that's just a cool look. What else? Hawkeye. I'm glad I managed to buy 2 of these Hawkeye commons for like $8, not $8, 8 gems, like a couple streams ago, like when it was like literally pumping. So have you seen those socks going for 23K on OpenSea? Yeah, I heard about them. I don't know, I'm trying to remember what they're actually going for, but yeah. Comics not pumping though. Some of them are. This isn't a small pump, it's a big pump today. I'm thinking there's certain whales out buying grails right now for sure. Yeah, like you guys look at it, like it's all the grails, it's all the high-end stuff, right? And mostly, you know, it's mostly FAs, mostly grails, high tier, highly collectible stuff. Like, it's not like ghost bears are randomly pumping. It's not like Bigfoot is pumping all of a sudden. It's very likely. John Elvis 1000, thanks for subbing, dude. I really appreciate that. That really means a lot. And hope you're here. Hope you're hanging out and enjoying yourself on this nice pumpable day on Veve. Disembowel that like button, homies. That's not the adjective I would use, but I appreciate the sentiment. It is disembowel. Let's see what the Secret Rare's doing at 680s. And this is what's crazy. It's like, we just looked at that Captain America annual, right? There's less for sale, and it's going for infinitely more. Not infinitely more, but it's going for 30% more than what Tales of Suspense is. And Tales of Suspense is at least like a first appearance Hawkeye, right? So not that, and that's what I mean. Like people always make too much, I think, of a correlation to real life versus the NFT, and it's very different. Like Spider-Man 1's not worth a lot in real life, but apparently it's doing extremely well in Veve. But then again, Hawkeye is worth infinitely more than whatever we were looking at earlier. Captain America annual number 8, but apparently it's worth more than Hawkeye. How much is the uncommon of this going for? Okay, it's getting up there. It's actually not bad right now. Going for 11. This is one of the comics I was planning on. I actually do have the ultra rare of this on my other phone. Other phone. Yeah, and I like it a lot. That's probably one of my favorite covers of Secret Rares on the app, for sure. Yo, Vibes, get ready for your first web app snipe. Posting 4-digit Spider-Man 5 number 1 for 1.1 at... Oh, I missed it. My bad. Did I miss it? I'm a little bit behind on chat, so I apologize. You might have to give me a little bit more of a heads up. And if I click buy now, do I have to click like another button? Dub, I really hope I didn't miss it. 1050. Okay, I'll be ready at 1050. See if this works. And do I refresh it? Like, how does this refresh? I guess I just F5 it. Oof, that's a disgustingly long refresh. Okay, I guess I could just go from here and go back. Okay, I'll be ready at 5. We'll see. And anyone else can chime in too. Get the little synced clock here going on the side. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Yeah. Yeah. Phrasing? McFarlane made that Spider-Man #1 comic. Yeah, it's a big one. And that's the funny thing. I think the reason why it's so cheap, I think, is because someone mentioned that there was like over 2 million copies sold. So that's why it's so inexpensive, like in real life. But it's a fun comic. Taught at 5K? No way. We got a minute. We got 2 minutes before that listing comes up. Whoops. Keep forgetting I could just use the search function. Todd. That's not it. That's Joe Mad. Gotta type it in again. Whoa. He's almost pushing 5K. What is going on? Dude, it's just the floors are so thin on a lot of these. Like, things just make 300-400 gem jumps. And some people could be delisting and relisting. So that could be the case too. So market, comics. All right. Spider-Man #5, 1.1 at 450. All right, in a minute, there's gonna be one of these posted for 1.1 gems, guys. Why is this not loading? There it goes. So I guess I just go back and forth like this. I guess I could do that. We got 45 seconds. Do you know why market is pumping so hard? Everyone has web access. MTL's right around the corner. KYC is already happening. Whales finally have an exit strategy that is actually official. Instead of just talking about MTL, like now there's actually people getting access to being VV verified. Like it's just the steps are in motion, right? A lot of people are on a spectrum of when they want to invest, right? Some whales, all they need to know is big IPs, I'm in there. Some people are like NFTs, I'm in there. Some people are like, look, until I could factually see that people can cash out and there's money in people's bank accounts, I'm not investing money. Everyone's on a spectrum. So we're just basically hitting each stair step up until we get to the point where it's like, all right, MTL's fully here. People have confirmed cash out sales. Everything is confirmed. I don't know what more you need to like see that there's an exit strategy. And so now it's just one step up and then another step up and then another step. So it's like more whales and more whales and more whales. So I think that's what's happening. I think I'm refreshing by doing this. I really think I hope not, or I think I am. I don't think I'm refreshing because it's not doing the little loading page. So it doesn't refresh when I back out like that, I guess. I probably missed it, knowing my luck. Also don't know why it's like a 7-second refresh. 5 common, not 1. Oh, 5 common. So 5 commons? Oh, 5 the common. Oh my god, dude. Did I just like completely misread that? I think I just got confused because I'm talking about the number 1 and not the number 5. I haven't even looked at the number 5. So the number 5. Oh, there it is. See if we can get some, guys. Reserving. Boom. Gotta love it. Ripperino. Dub Dollar. Am I following you? I probably should be. No, I am following you. And I've already liked your page. Look at that. Dude, you've been here for... Okay, no, you started January. I'm sorry I fudged that, Dub. For some reason, like, we were just talking about Spider-Man #1. I just assumed you're dropping a Spider-Man #1. So I was like, dude, that's very nice of you to give us a 90% discount off the price. So whoever got that, congrats. Only 64 on market. MC1 at 200 gems. Baha. Yeah, it was at 200 gems even a couple days ago, but... Red Skull close to mooning. I could see it. Dude, the floors are so thin on everything. Let's actually pull up ecomi wiki. And let's look up, we'll show Todd. Yeah, so Todd's at 3.8K. This is gonna be, this goes by hour, right? So it's not always gonna be accurate. So we're gonna have to wait till 9 minutes from now for us to get a more accurate update or like display for what's happening. And you guys can notice, like, as the price is going down, like the listing, like there was a point where there was 222 listings of Todd at one point. Now we've gotten to the point where the average is like less than 100, like 90. So it's like, as the price is going down, you can almost see the 30-day delist here. So like February 17, delist. March 13th, looks like there was, like there's just certain portions where it looks like there's delisting happening, but like the price isn't moving. Like April 25th, like a massive fall off of listings, but the price is still going down. Same thing here. So it looks like someone actually started buying up Todd's. So Todd's at, yeah, basically 4K right now. Zoom in here. Listings are at 72, 75, 72. Yeah, something like that. At least according to this. So it's just the walls get so thin, right? So like when we're looking up here, probably when there was 222 listings, I'm willing to bet the price between each NFT through for the whole wall was what? 5, 10 gems, maybe 20 gems. But then like once we start getting down here, it's like, oh, I sell 2 Todds and all of a sudden the price jumps 400 gems. 2 more Todds, now it jumps another 400 gems. And like before you know it, you're only 10 listings away from like certain collectibles just doubling in price immediately. So I do think it's the delisting feature. It's also like the very thin walls. And people are going to come out of the woodwork. I can almost bet money. When Todd is at 4K, people are probably going to come out of the woodwork, start listing theirs. Price is going to go down. Listings are going to go up. We've seen it happen at least 2 or 3 times over the last like week when things pump. This ain't a bull market, just a correction. Things are were oversold. I think so. Well, it's also just people, there's just a delisting feature, in my opinion. I think it's partly both. People sold too much, but also I'm that kind of guy where it's like, I'm not going to keep listing my NFT month over month, like in hopes it sells, and I have to relist it. Like some people just are like, I bet you back here for some people in March, they're like, all right, the market is crashing. I'm not going to care to relist it. You know, once it gets to a certain price point that I want to sell it at, then I'm going to list it. I'm not going to keep listing it over and over and over and over. Bull market happens when a Bitcoin is above 40K and ETH above 3K. I wonder where Veve will be, all-time high. All-time high of what, Todd? I mean, was that, I think 14K or like 13.5K was the all-time high of Todd. And yeah, I agree. I do think we're somewhat tied to the cryptocurrency, even though there's like no direct correlation for the most part. But when eventually we do get crypto to NFT, I do think we're going to see a nice bull run. I think the bull run's going to be a combination of master collector program, licensors giving utility, crypto to NFT, as well as there was another one I said earlier, but like we need all those things in order to like give actual value to our NFTs, things that actually separate us from other platforms and other NFTs. These whales are spending this time putting gems in the app too. Yeah, that too. And that's probably the other thing, right? When people have access to the web app, it seems like you're able to put in gems at a significantly faster rate, right? Like I'm not going to do it here, but I heard like there's basically no limit to how many gems you can put in. But if you do it over the phone, sometimes there's a daily cap. Sometimes you can only do 300 at a time, so you have to do 300, 300, 300. Like that's all you can do. So people are like, I'm just gonna wait for the web app so I can put in all 50K at once. Like I'm not gonna spend hours and hours and hours putting in 50K worth of gems 300 at a time or whatever it is. So love this game. It says something about OMI on loading screen. Looks new on the loading screen. The app loading screen looks new. I thought I saw that, to be honest. I thought I saw that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Yeah, but we can look at the all-time highs and all-time lows. Not all-time highs, I should say. The top gainers and top losers on the hour. We'll look at top losers first. So what's being dumped right now? Craven series Spider-Man, Fallen Sun, Wolverine, Amazing Spider-Man 14. Really? I think this is just a correction. It's not dumping. It's just... I mean, it was at 280 4 days ago, then pumped up all the way up to 550. So basically almost doubled in price in the course of 2 days. And I think it's just a correction here. Not brand X. I do want the ultra rare of this, and I think I waited too long. That's probably one of my favorite covers. Just for the meme, just for the memes, and I love it. Just the aesthetic of it, even though it looks silly. I do like that cover. Is it a good time to sell, in your opinion? If you have a B, C, or like D tier collectible or comic you don't really care for, and it pumps, I would definitely sell it if you're still in profit. You know, not financial advice, but like me personally, like I'm holding my Steamboat Willie, I'm holding my Vader, I'm holding all of my grails. Like it depends on what you're selling, right? I would say hold all your top tier stuff and sell all the stuff and consolidate it into higher tier stuff. So if you have Bigfoot, Ghost Bear, a bunch of other random comics you don't really care for, or comics that you've been holding on to long term and you don't know what to do with, and you're still in the profit, or you just want to reconsolidate, even if you want to take a small loss on that comic itself, but like try and get something bigger that you think you're going to get a faster return on, that is a strategy as well. Strange Tales 180. Interesting. Okay, this one, yeah, this one went up a lot. First appearance of Gamora. I actually do like the uncommon of this comic. It's very low mints. I think there's like 2,000 mints of the uncommon of this comic. Uncanny X-Men number 200. Trial of Magneto. This is the common, so this is, again, just a correction. This thing went all the way up to 5 gems. Deadpool 1997. First appearance of Blind Owl. Strange Tales 111. 187. Interesting. Amazing Spider-Man number 50. First appearance of Kingpin. This is a cool one. Oof. Man, this thing hit 1,500 twice within a couple like couple hours, it seems like. Now it's all the way back down to 800, so. Yeah, people were selling this for 6. Amazing Spider-Man 798. This Red Goblin. Yeah, I remember this is the Red Goblin one. It was just like randomly pumping. Like, let me look at the month. So this is Red Goblin. This is the last month. Just chilling between 6 and, I don't know, what's the bottom? 6 and 3 gems. Like, it was just fluctuating a bit. Then all of a sudden it just randomly goes up to 20 gems. And so someone went in, or maybe a handful of people went in, when it was 140 listings all the way down to 75. So someone basically went in and bought 70 of these comics of the commons. Price basically did what? Went from 4 to 20, so basically did a 5x. And now it's right back down to 5. So it started retracing down to here. Buddy has a Vader up for 2K. Dear Baby Yoda, that Vader for 2K went fast. Yeah, it's a full grand below the floor, right? So I assume it's just gonna be gone immediately. House of X number 1. I do somewhat like the ones that just look like toys, I guess. I'm not gonna spend 55 gems on it, but it does look cool. Tales of Suspense rare. So this one's actually retraced a little. 31 gems. Miss Marvel, oof. So I actually heard that the new Miss Marvel, I don't know if it was a show or movie, but I heard the new Miss Marvel show isn't doing too hot. And unfortunately, I kind of saw this coming with things like Miss Marvel. Same thing with like America Chavez. Ultra rare, New Mutants. This is just retracing. It's It was at 57, which is a great a great price. Don't get me wrong, but then it just quadrupled from 57 all the way up to 220. Thor, secret rare. I do like Thor. I do like this Thor. I do like Beta Ray Bill. I still have the ultra rare of it. I ended up paying 500 something gems for it. Now it's like 250. So I, could have waited 3 months and bought it for half the price, but I don't think a lot of people knew that literally the entire market would drop 90%. Let's see, 850 went up to 2K. That's nice. All right, let's go back up to top gainers. What are the top gainers of the hour? So Miss Marvel. So the uncommon is pumping, the common is dumping. But I mean, going from 3.5 to 5.5 gems doesn't need that much move it for that to happen. Okay. Ooh, I kind of like this cover. Kraven's Last Hunt Part 4. Kind of like this cover. This is the secret rare. I feel like there's a lot of these though. I feel like there's a lot of black suit Spider-Mans with like a white background comics like on the app. So I like the look, but it's not one that stands out to me. Did you watch the Bay Sea doc? Oh, Barry Yacht Club like documentary? No. I kind of heard that it's like all being run by like one guy or like a very, very small group of people that just kind of did it as like a meme thing, and then it like blew up. And I don't know. I haven't read the whole documentary, or I should say seen it. But that's kind of what I've heard. And if that is the case, that's not great. So some people were saying it's, or maybe it's the opposite. That's what I heard, but I'm not sure if that's entirely true. But it's something that's like, if that was the case, it's great because we're gonna have a lot of people with a lot of money that probably like NFTs, but just found out that that project is just not what it seemed, and might eventually find Veve, which is awesome, but it's going to be bad for the NFT space as a whole. So just like the public at large, their perspective of NFTs is definitely going to be soured by something like that. So 37, Spider-Man number 3, Doc Ock. Okay, man, uncommon Doc Ock was going for 20 gems. Now it's up to 37. What if 105? This is Spider-Girl? Yeah, Amazing Spider-Girl. Ran all the way up to 9 gems. Now it's back down to 6. Darth Vader commons going to 300. Could you do a tier list on the recent Spider-Man comics? Only common covers. You do a tier list. By what? Like aesthetics or by price? Like I'm not a huge comic book guy. Like I just know what the popular ones are. Not popular ones, but I just know what the relatively high value ones are. I mean, you just look them up right on the CGC. But there are ones I do overlook, like Spider-Man number 1. Yeah, do a tier list. Do you mean just like look up Spider-Man, like number 1 and all that stuff, and just say which covers I like the most? Not entirely sure what you mean. That Bay Area Yacht Club doc was very well done. The amount of research is impeccable. Yeah, I don't know. I might have to watch it. Veve doesn't have the utility that Bay Area Yacht Club has. Yeah, and so this is the thing where it's like, I'm not sure what's involved with Bay Area Yacht Club, but the thing is like what's carrying the project is like the community utility, right? So a lot of people that own one are giving it utility to make it worthwhile. But I did hear they did have partnerships with other companies and like other NFT projects to kind of give it some more validity. So if you have like a random NFT project and you want people to join, if you have some Bay Area, if you have some Jesus Christ, I can't even talk. Bored Ape people on board, or that are publicly like, yeah, I'm in this NFT space, and like it gives it some validity, I guess. But at the end of the day, if Veve and or Disney or whoever gets on board with giving utility to our NFTs, that's a bit different than community generated utility versus, multi-million-dollar corporations giving utility to their own projects. That it's going to be a bit more valid and much more unlikely to be a rug pull if it's by a big company. It's interesting at the least. It should take the the Bored Ape brand, but we'll see. Thoughts on Darth Vader? Uncommon, common. Having roughly 2x the mints, but 1/16 the price of the UR Vader. We could check that out in a bit. Let me just finish up the top gainers on the hour. So we already did the What If. Web of Spider-Man. Which one is this? Kraven's Last Hunt Part 1. Okay. I do like that cover too. Just a shotgun pointing at Spider-Man while he's stuck in his own web, I guess. Marvel's number 1. Interesting. Uncanny X-Men number 96. Introducing X-Men's new housekeeper, Moira McTaggart. So this one actually went up to like 5 gems. That's a cool cover too. I do like that one a lot. Spider-Man number 1. Still pumping. That's the rare. This Marvel 16. This one is another. No, that's kind of just repeating now. So, yeah, let's check out the Vader. So it's like, what was it? What was the question? Having roughly 2x the mints, but 1/16 the price of UR Vader. Yeah, it's just because UR Vader is the crown jewel of the Vader set, and obviously less mints. Obviously, it's also animated too, so I think I type in dark. That's how I found Vader before. It's kind of weird, but yeah, I mean, this went up 45 gems. But I think what's happening is that the Vader is pulling up the prices of these. So these are what, roughly, I mean, the uncommon is about 5% of the price of the ultra rare, and common is probably a bit higher. Maybe it's like 6 or 7%, something like that, of the ultra rare. So that's the part that's always interesting. I do think the fact that the ultra rare is getting so much attention, it's actually pulling up the prices of the common and uncommon as well. Yeah, dude, this is just completely falling off. 369 listings all the way down to 315. It's quite a bit. Let's look at that's my NFT tracker. That's Stitch. That's more Stitch. Let me close these. I don't think we need to look at Stitch anymore. Enter showroom. Not yet. Go to the market. Whoa, New Mutants 98. Uncommon has 10 left on the market. Is that the... It was date listed. Someone said you could... How do you organize these? Someone earlier said you can organize these by a certain way. All I see is date listed and then by title. So I'm not entirely sure how I'm supposed to organize this. Instead of scrolling through all, and this is not nearly as bad as the phone. Like doing this on like the Veve app. It still sucks, but it's not as bad as the doing it on the app. So Adam Warlock, this is the one I was talking about before. So Strange Tales, Adam Warlock, like 10 gems, 11 gems for this one. There's only 10,000 mints of this one too. So that's one I was thinking about potentially picking up, was probably the uncommon. Just saw UR T-Rex at 350 and 50 less for sale. Yeah. Dude, my phone is just going nuts. All right, gotta turn off my do not disturb. What's up, vibes? I was shocked to see how much the market pumped. Had to get 2 common and 1 uncommon Vader. Let's go. Let's see how much of a mistake I made. To infinity and beyond. 350. All right, it's still chilling at where it was earlier. Click comics and store tab. It will have Hulk behind it. Then you can see sort by series. Why do they have it easily sortable like this on the store, but it's absolute dog water when it comes to the market? Like, the market should be like this too. There's no reason why the market can't be like this either. It's like, we're going to make it easy for you to look at the comics, but when you want to buy it, we want to make it as difficult as possible. We want to add an extra step or two before you can buy something, which makes no sense to me. New Mutants, not annual, just New Mutants. 98. You said there's only 10 on the market? Oh, how do I search these? So it shows the common. Is there a way I can like see the other ones? Does it only show the common if you do a search through here? So this is just me just trying to understand and navigate the web app. So New Mutants. Cool, I could pick one of these. But it's only showing the common. And none of the other ones. Interesting. It's not letting me click on the other rarities. Cover variants. Okay, there we go. Click listings for sale. Okay, I was just making sure. You said there's only 10 for sale of the uncommons? Yeah, I mean, there's 9 for sale right now. Oof, this loading page. Hello? Let's go back. Loads the common fine. Yeah, yeesh. 59. Price really starts running at a certain point. 59 gems for an uncommon. Holy moly. Did you buy a Lightyear? No, I sold it, actually. I floored it for 300 gems because didn't really care to hold it, to be quite honest. Uncommon grails with the same art, but in black and white, like Fantastic Four #1, MC1, ASM1, etc. The most undervalued comics on Veve, in my opinion. Less edition, scarcity, and cheap. Yes. I do agree. I do think those comics, I've said it before, I do think there is going to be a niche for people to collect those comics that have the same original cover, but just different iterations of it, right? Even though it looks kind of boring, like literally the only difference between the uncommon and ultra rare is like New Mutants has color and this one doesn't. Like that's literally the only difference. But I mean, you can buy a rare for as much as the ultra or for the uncommon right now. Like the rare and the uncommon are the exact same price right now. But I do think that the uncommon is a bit inflated just because there's not a lot on the market. I mean, there's double the amount of rares than there is uncommons on the market. Damn, I should have got more uncommon mutants #98. Yeah, everyone's going to be saying that, including myself. Like, oh, I should have got more of this. I already had a friend text me earlier. He's like, oh, I should have bought this before it pumped, or I should have bought more of these. I should have, you know, I should have. Like, you still can. Like, who cares if it pumped 30% from the bottom? It's still only 30% up from its lowest point. T-Rex is mooning? You are? Oh, well, can't get everything? Yeah, exactly. All right, people are saying T-Rex is mooning. Can I find it through here? Yeah, ultra rare T-Rex. 350, okay. Yeah, it's definitely moving. I would, you know, it would have been nice to get one of these, don't get me wrong, but I'm kind of happy with just like getting the common. That was actually one I was considering getting, which is just like, keep it simple and like just buy the common, because that's, I know it doesn't move. It's not animated. You know, it's not super cool. But it still has its mouth open. It still looks fine in AR. You can only take a picture, right? I haven't really found a way to like actually have AR work as a recording to like have animations actually play out. I've seen videos of it, but I haven't found a way to like make that happen. So if that's the case, like if I'm just taking a picture, like I'd rather just have a static than like an animated version. What's Cogsworth doing? And I'm just kind of roaming around clicking random things, but all right, Cogsworth is up quite a bit. You guys know what you should do with your grails? Hodl them. You gotta hodl the grails. By the way, guys, I'll be right back. Just give me 2 minutes. I'm gonna get some more coffee. I'm gonna take a little bathroom break. I will give, so you guys have 2 minutes. I have 2 minutes, but I'll be right back. So. I do need to have like a screen that says like, I'll be back soon or something like that. I need to have kind of like a funny picture or something like that to show you guys, but I'll be right back. Give me 2 minutes. Stay tuned. I'm back. I know it was a little less than 2 minutes, but I'll take it. I have to sit down too. I've been standing for hour and a half now, so I'm chilling. Let's go. Yeah, everything's pumping right now, and you know it's like no one has said like, oh, Harley Quinn random number 69 is pumping right now. It's like all the grails are pumping, all the ultra rares, most of the animated stuff, most of that good stuff is like, that's the stuff that's pumping right now. So it's not just random stuff. What do you think of the Power of X and House of X secret rares that when they come together, they make a huge X-Men landscape with a ton of characters? I think it's cool. I think if there was more... I think if there's more value attached to them, I'd probably get it, but... yeah, I mean... it's cool. I think it's a nice little aesthetic. Don't get me wrong. But throwing... I don't know, how much are those worth right now? Let's go to store. Store, comics. And then what would it be under? Would it be under powers? Powers of X, yeah. Am I willing to throw $1,000 at it because I like the fact that I can put them together? No, to be honest. Like, don't get me wrong, the covers look cool. I really like the common and uncommon. Like, uncommon looks pretty cool, like all the different variations it looks like of Storm. Old Secret Rare looks awesome too. But the fact that I could just put them together and make a mural, and it's just, I don't know. That's just not for me personally. I know some, I mean, if you got the money to throw at something like that, then go for it. It's gotta go up a bit. Am I missing something? Can't find House of X. Unless it's under something different. But that was probably like a similar price. And it's just, like something like that is just not for me, to be honest. Like I said, nothing against it. You can get so many good things for $1,000. I will never regret selling my UR Vader at 1K. I will forever regret. Yeah, you and Randy too. Randy sold his for, I think, like, how much did he sell his for? I could have sworn he sold it for like $650, and he's like, oh, I'll just rebuy it at like $450 or $300. That never happened. So Goofy Lenticular is up 2x nearly. Nice. Gothy. Goofy? That's Pluto, damn it. Goofy. Sold out, sold out. View details? What? No. Did I miss something? Is it because I was clicking on store? Market. Okay, there we go. 65 listings. Where's it at now? All right. It's at almost 700. That's awesome. I remember last I saw it was at like 350, 400. So it actually has gone up quite a bit, which is awesome.